Good morning, this is Tom with the Tractor Rescue Ranch. My next few projects here is going to try to be getting my 14T John Deere baler working. Now that the haying season's done, I've got some time to mess with it. And one thing I've known from the start with working on this baler is these rollers on the needles are froze up. And they evidently had been froze up for quite a while. I'll try to get it. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but you can see that roller has been worn flat on one side by the string rather than the roller rolling. And so it evidently ran that way for quite a while, and it seemed to have worked. So that's the reason I hadn't gotten to doing this yet, but this is just my next step in trying to work out the problems of why that one knotter won't work, and pulling the string through the whole thing and measuring, the string still pulls harder than what the book says it's supposed to. So I'm going to get these replaced. I wanted to show you I bought new rollers and new rivets. The rollers came, I went to the John Deere dealer and they said it wasn't available. And so they gave me the part number so that I could look online. And the rollers I was able to find from Green Parts Store in Illinois. And so I had them ship me a couple rollers, and then the rivets came from Vintage Parts. Looks like Wisconsin. And the funny thing was, on these rivets on the website, it said you just put one rivet, and I clicked on that I wanted two rivets, so two parts, and this is what I got in the mail, a whole box of these rivets. So if any of my viewers have an old John Deere baler and might be in need of some of these rivets, just leave me a comment and I'll send you a couple in the mail. So that's where I got my parts here. So the first thing to do here is I've got to drill out. It's really hard to see one side of the rivet on this. You can see it's already shaped correctly. And so that goes right like that in there. So that side, the other side, hopefully I can turn it so you can see it. This right there is where it was riveted down, and it looks like it's been in the factory, it was done with a machine. So I'm going to have to try to, I think if I can just get it riveted to the point where it's tight in there, if it's still proud here, I can just grind it down. So my first plan here is to put a center punch in that and then drill that old rivet out down there, and then maybe hopefully I can punch the rivet through the machine. I looked online or on YouTube, and I couldn't find, maybe I was putting the wrong search things in, but I couldn't find any videos on any ways to do this, but it's pretty straightforward what you need to do. And so I'll just try it out here and see if I can figure out what I need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to put a center punch mark in the center of that rivet, and that's going to be really hard to do, just eyeballing it, but that's about the best I can do, is just eyeball it. So what my plan is, I'm hoping to drill that just down to where I'm only drilling in the rivet. I don't want to go all the way through the hole. The bit size I've got is the same size as the rivet, and I don't want to go down into the hole on this piece, because if I'm out of line a little bit, it'll make the hole too big. So I'm hoping to just drill the top of this rivet out down enough to where it'll come out, and then I can knock the rivet out of the hole. So I've got the hole drilled to the point that I don't want to go any deeper, and the little edge of the rivet hasn't come out. So I'm going to go, I put a bigger bit on, and I'm going to go a little bit more shallower and see if I can get the head of that rivet off. I guess I'm just off center just a little bit or something with that hole. So I am off-centered. I can see where the drill bit on this side is running against this piece, and then this other side, there's a little bit of rivet left there. So that's got all of the rivet out right there. So I guess I'll just take a good center punch and go see if it'll knock out. Okay, you can see my setup I've got here. I am just going to try to knock that pin out, and I've been pounding on it and it won't come. So everything being froze in there, you know, even the roller is froze onto the shaft. So I'm going to try just a little heat with this MAP gas, and I'm out of oxygen on my acetylene torch, so this is the hottest I'll be able to get it, but hopefully some heat on that'll loosen things up enough that I can drive that pin out. about that? It worked. Good deal. So this roller is tight in there, so I've just taken a file and cleaning it up here because I don't want it tight in that groove and stop rolling again like the last one had froze up and quit rolling. The theory with this is, like I say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring it out as I go. But you can see I've got the rivet in there and the roller is rolling just fine. And so what I want to do here is distort this rivet on this side, but I don't want to distort it down inside that roller so that it reduces the tolerance in that roller so the roller will roll free. So my idea is to heat it up here on the top and smash it, and hopefully the top here will rivet out before it rivets out down in the roller. So that's the theory behind it anyway.
You can try hitting it, just see. Well, I guess it did.
Boy, that went perfect. As long as the roller will turn, huh? Have to cool it down. Well, that roller's not turning, but we'll give it a minute to cool down naturally. I don't want to quench it. Okay, take two. This, it turns out it was the wrong thing to do to put heat on it, because this rivet spread out down where it was going through the roller, and I couldn't get the roller to turn, and so I had to drill it out again. It's not like I don't have a whole box of rivets to try again. So I'm going to try this time to do it without heating it and see what happens. So here's what I've done on this second attempt. Right there in the end, I've drilled a hole in the end of that rivet, and with the hopes that that will splay it out, let me splay it out here on the ends, and instead of down inside there. But the roller rolls fine with it, so if I can just do it without smashing the rivet down inside there, I'll have it made. Well, so far the roller's still turning. Still good. I think I'll get a ball peen hammer and try to tighten it up a little bit more on the sides with the ball peen hammer, but I'm successful. That roller rolls real easily in there now, and the rivet is tight. That turned out to be a little more problematic than I thought. Once I had it spread out there, the rivet still wanted to turn, and I didn't want the rivet to turn because it'll wear out the needle. And I'm sure that that roller is hardened steel, so it'll be easy to do again. So there's how I did it. Like I'd said earlier, I don't know whether I did it right. There might be a better technique from what I did on it, but that's how I figured out how to do it. And hopefully if somebody else has to do this, they can try some of these ideas that I learned. So I've got the other one still to do, but there's no reason to film it. Okay, I got a question for the good old timers. I've tried to do some research and haven't found anything. I've got this first one that I did to where it's rolling, and this second one I can't get it to roll. Every time I've tried, it's a good thing I had more than one try with my rivets, but I've tried, and every time, even doing the same thing I did with that first one, that second one, the rivet expands and locks up the roller. And so my son James, one of the civil engineers of my son's, suggested that the way this is designed, it's possible it wasn't meant to turn because there's no bearing in it, or no way to grease it, keep it oiled. Likely it would get dirty the way it's designed from the start and lock up. So maybe it was just designed to run until it gets grooved, and then you could knock the rivet out and turn it over and run another surface until the other surface gets grooved. So if anybody knows what's going on here, knows a little bit more about them than I do, I'd appreciate you leaving a message. But since I've had so many fits trying to get this second one going, I think I'm going to go with that and put this baylor back together and hope that it'll work. So thanks everybody for watching, and please like and subscribe.